Fine, I guess we will fix the headphone situation some other time. I think today we'll just go ahead with no headphones. I'll have to figure it out. I was actually trying to figure it out, and hence the live also started late. But maybe I'll try to figure it out some other time. Hope that I'm audible now. I think the voice might be a little low now, but it should be there, I feel. Okay, I guess I have to set up the audio device as well. Mm. Okay, okay, great. I think I had to do that setup. I did not do it, and that's why the audio was an issue, but it should be fine now. Maybe in the next live stream, I'll use the headphones. I actually got it so that the audio is better, but I guess we'll have to stick with this. And those of you who did not join my last live stream, I started this painting in the last live stream and I'm trying to complete it. I will try to complete it today. I'm not a very big fan of the lily pads, but I'm just gonna try to finish it today. Or even if I can't finish it, at least I'll make some progress with this. Actually, the paintings that have water involved require a lot of detailing, so it takes quite some time. I also made another one which you might have seen. This one I made this and it took me like quite some time to make it. It took me a few days to finish this painting, so I'm assuming that this would also take a similar amount of time. Also, I couldn't come during the weekend or the beginning of the week as well because I wasn't feeling well, and I also had a lot of work, so I couldn't even take a day off. So I just had to keep going. So at least I did not want to burden me with some more work. And I mean, this is not work exactly, but still, I did not want to put myself through one more thing. So I took the weekend off and took the first few days of the week off. And here I am on a Wednesday. Also, if you were or you are a part of my broadcast channel, I had shared that I was doing a resin coating on my paintings, on my coaster paintings, and that also got ruined. I ruined a few paintings of mine, so it hasn't been a very great week for me. However, I was wondering what do I do with the paintings now? If you guys know anything about how to fix resin artworks, do let me know. Message me if you cannot tell me over here. I mean, if it's a lot to type over here, you can also message me privately because I've ruined it with the resin coat. It does not spread evenly. It has become um, I had kept it at an angle so the resin flowed to one side of the coaster, and now it's not coated evenly. So, yeah, if you have any solution, do let me know. Or I don't know, I'll end up throwing the artwork, I guess. Hi, Swati. How have you been? How was your, yeah, how was your week? Sand it down and do another pour. Does that work? I did use the sandpaper on the back side of the coaster, so the resin had was flowing through the coaster towards the back side as well, and I had like I tried to smoothen it out and it worked. So do you think that will work? That will not ruin the artwork? Okay. That would be better than throwing the artwork, so I'm gonna try it anyways. Thank you, Asma. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna try that and try to save my painting. I'll probably let it dry for a day at least, and then I will just sand it and apply another coat. Yeah, I had actually painted a duck, okay, and I sort of liked it also. Maybe I can show you a picture of how the painting looked. Let me just open it. Yeah, I put it here. So this was the painting of the duck that I made on a coaster, and then it got ruined. So I'm just constantly thinking about it, and I am just wondering how to save it. So I'm probably gonna sand it down and then see if it is saved. And if it is saved, I'll definitely let you guys also know, for those of you who end up ruining their artwork like me using with the resin coat. I, it will also help you guys. So I'll keep you posted on that. It was nice. Managed a couple of artwork with a tight work schedule. Thanks for asking. How's yours? What do you have with the resin coaster? Yeah, at least I will save the coaster, I guess. So yeah, my week has also been pretty hectic. That's why I didn't get time to come live, but here I am today. Got a few things done this week at least. Got some work done. So yeah, I'm quite fine with it. Oh, also, if you guys are painting these, like if you guys are recreating it or referring to the video and painting it, please share it with me. I received one painting yesterday and one painting today. Like one of you guys painted it and shared it with me, and I loved it. And I mean, it feels like what I'm doing is worth it. So yeah, if you follow along and paint with me, do share it. Like even if you follow along later on and paint, then do share it with me so that I know that you guys are enjoying these live streams. Because last week I was considering removing the earlier videos, but since you guys are still using it, I'm just gonna let it be, keep it as it is. But yeah, try to paint and try to share it with me so that I can also see what you guys make. Oh, hi, Radha is also here. She only shared the artwork. That's what I was saying. That I like the fact that you painted and you shared it with me. I felt nice, and I felt that what I'm doing is worth it. So that's why I was also asking other people to share it, and so that I have a few like I'm also able to see what you guys are painting, and it's just nicer to know that you guys are painting along. Oh, like I've been saying this out loud so many times that I've almost lost interest in this painting. I am not a huge fan of painting lily pads because I don't know, I don't like it as much. But here's the good part. I'm trying to finish it as soon as possible because I have the next painting in mind. I actually want to do like a cottagecore door with some greenery that kind of painting on the other side. So that's what I'm looking at. So I did find a reference picture on Pinterest, and that's what I'm gonna paint. So come back in the next live stream because that one's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna spend a generous amount of time on that one because, like you, if you have seen my artworks, you might know that I spend like a decent amount of time on my cottagecore or bushes, trees, green painting. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna make a detailed painting. On this side, it's a smaller surface, so it's not gonna take a lot of time. But yeah, that's what the plan is. So you guys can also join along and paint with me. I'll be informing like I did today, probably a few hours before the live stream. So yeah, you guys can be ready and join in. And I know it gets difficult, and even though you've planned that okay, this time I'll join the live stream and paint along, it is not possible. Sometimes it happens with me as well. Even when I'm looking forward to learning a new skill, then I keep procrastinating it. And like I was in the last live stream, I was saying that I want to go to a workshop and I'll go to a workshop, but I did not end up going to any workshops. So I know you, I feel you, and that's totally fine, but try to push yourself one more time and join in paint with me so that you acquire some skills, learn something, and this session is more interactive and beneficial for all of you. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I am just gonna play some background music. I just got a notification and I realized that I've not done that, so let me just play something so that this live stream feels more personal. Yeah, nice. Hmm. A painting, but the only thing I hate in it is forming mold in it. Okay. If your painting is forming mold, you can probably varnish it. For the gouache paints, you can just use spray varnish or something. Not on the sheets actually, but if you're painting on a canvas or something, try to varnish it to prevent it from molding. Going to the backward. Cure. You can peel it off. Um, Asma, I'm a little confused about what you're saying. To prevent it going on the backward, use a glue so after it's cured, you can peel it off. So after it's cured, as in the resin coat is cured, I don't want to peel it off. I do not understand. Face with lily pads is getting the depth right, and also its orientation, which makes it look far away or just in the foreground. Yeah, that is one of the problems that even I face. But yeah, you just have to make it more elliptical when it goes back and more circular when it's in the foreground. At least that's what I have understood from all the lily pads painting that I've been doing recently. I've just picked up a lot of them right now. But yeah, that's pretty like what I've understood by doing these. But I'm still trying to learn more about it. Okay, the backside of the coaster so that the resin doesn't seep down. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. This is such a good thing. I mean, I'm just thinking about it and how you joined my live stream today. I mean, you missed some of my live streams, but today you've joined, and today only I brought it up that I have ruined the resin coating on my paintings, and today you helped me. And I mean, it's also coincidental, but it's also nice. I like how everything has worked out, and I like how you've been here and you heard it and you helped me. Love that. Thank you. Otherwise, I was definitely thinking about either throwing my painting, or I was thinking that maybe I'll just give it away to somebody who wants to keep it or fix it or whatever. But yeah, now I'll try to fix it myself. And I also remember in the last video I was telling that I do not have a good round brush for the detailing. So I ordered a few from Instamart. Like I ordered a few from the delivery app and I got it delivered in like 15 minutes and I was so happy with it. I ordered a few more things with it and it costed me a little more than it should have, but it's fine, I guess. I really needed some fine brushes to do the detailings because all the older ones are sort of ruined now, and I got it on time and started working with it. And I realized how much I've been missing these fine detailing brushes because I had ruined all my flat round detailing brushes, and so I was not able to get all the details correct whenever I was trying to paint. And I was not, I mean, I was not sure what's wrong with my painting skills, but it was the brushes. I know it was the brushes. And now I've been able to add those little details, and I feel so happy about it. So yeah, even though I do not stress a lot on the art materials, I feel that you have to first develop your skills. I genuinely feel that you have to first develop your skills and then you can buy all the art supplies in the world. But if you don't have the skills, those supplies will not help you. But sometimes, only sometimes, when you've developed your skills, the art materials do play some role in helping or making things easier for you. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you don't need the basic art materials. Of course, you need the basic ones to get started off, but the fancy ones are not a necessity. You can do just fine without them. I have done plain air paintings before. I have not done a lot of it. Okay, whenever I'm traveling, I take my uh, sketchbook with me, and then I go and paint. So what I do is I first try to understand what I'm going to paint. Okay, I first identify that chalo, this is what is the um, area, or this is what is the landscape that I'll be painting, and then I take a picture of it. I do not like look at it. I'm still getting there, but I've just started off. So with the plein air painting, so yeah, initially you should try to take a picture, or maybe you can take a cutout of this thing, paper cutout of a frame or something, and then frame and see that this is the area that you have to paint, and then you can go ahead and start painting. I did try to look at the area and then paint it, and I realized that the framing was not proper whenever I did that. So now I take a picture of it, and then I have the picture to decide what is the area that I'll be painting on my sketchbook, and then I look at it and sort of paint it. I have, like I said, I've not, I won't say I'm the best at it, but I think that I'm getting better with each plein air painting. I've not been able to do it a lot last year. Before that, I was doing a lot of it because whenever I was traveling, I used to get enough time to sit. But the last year, whenever I went to travel, like whenever I went for a trip, I was not able to spend enough time sitting at one place and painting. But I'm really looking forward to this year. I want to finish my travel sketchbook that I had bought, and I would take it to all my travel destinations. So I'm gonna try to finish that sketchbook this year at least. Gonna like go and paint more outside. It's actually very rejuvenating experience. It's much better than painting at home. Trust me. Like when you're sitting outside and like everything is in your favor, you're just sitting and painting, and you realize how much you love your life. I mean, you realize that you can just sit and paint and not be bothered by anything, There is no pressure to go somewhere, there's no pressure to do some work, or there's no pressure to finish something. There's just you, your sketchbook, and the surroundings, and you just have to put it down on your sketchbook. And there's no pressure to be perfect because you're not recording everything, right? You're just taking a few snaps if you want of yourself painting on a beach, on a mountain somewhere, and there's no pressure to be perfect, there's no pressure to go somewhere, there's no pressure to finish another work, there's no pressure to go to a job, go to, I don't know, family obligations, nothing. You're just there with your sketchbook, and it's such a good experience that, oh, how much have I missed it? I've not done it in a while. And when I say while, I think the last time I did it was months ago. So I really wanna, really wanna do it again. I also go to cafes and think that maybe I should sit down and paint, but I'm also very awkward in public spaces. Awkward as in, I don't know, I don't want to take out my sketchbook because I feel that the people who've come with me might get bored and they would feel like I'm doing something that they're not able to do. So I try to spend time with the people that I've come out with. But yeah, this year I'm gonna take sort of like solo trips or trips with lesser number of people who are also okay with either painting or spending time at one place for a very long time, who do not have the pressure to cover a lot of places while traveling. And yeah, I'm gonna then sit down and paint. So that's what I'm planning to do. Let's see how that works out, and let's see if that happens or not. I also feel sort of weirded out when I am painting and everybody's peeping in and looking at what I'm painting outside, especially. Uh, Mostly because I feel the pressure then that they've seen what I'm doing, so I should make it better. I think that's a very unnecessary pressure, and it was, if it was someone else, I would have told them that there's no pressure, you can go ahead and paint whatever you want. But since I am doing it, I take that pressure on myself, and then I have to excel. And yeah, that pressure, because of that, I don't take out my sketchbook only. So that has not quite worked out in my favor. But yeah, I've been constantly saying it, and I will definitely do it more this year. You nature of buying art materials and not using them. Yes, Swati, yes. That's what we do with adult money. Even I do that. I do that a lot. You might have seen that there's a, I don't know if you're able to see or not, but there's a big canvas lying behind me. And it's been lying on the floor for more than a month now. So I got it in January. Yeah. The beginning of January, I got it. And I was like, I'm going to make a big painting. First of all, I'm not able to finalize what I'm gonna paint, and the big blank canvas is so intimidating that I'm not able to start painting on it. So, so that's all of us, I think. We go and buy certain art materials just because we might paint on it sometime, or just because, oh, this is something that I can work on, and we just have that thought and get it, and then later on it just keeps lying on our, I don't know, space. I'm actually running out of space now because I've gotten so many materials, and I have, yes, I wanted to bring this up as well. I'm actually planning to do a sort of flash sale to clear out some of my paintings, not the art materials, the paintings, finished paintings. So yeah, do let me know if you guys would like to buy those paintings. I don't know, I'm not sure if you guys are interested in buying or learning. So, but I'm just putting it out there that I'm just waiting for, I'm actually planning to get it framed first, and then I'll be putting it up on sale. It will be like a stock clearance sale of sorts, wherein I'll be selling all my older paintings, the canvas paintings mostly. And I don't have enough space to store them, so I'm gonna sell it off. And even if I would have had space, I would have preferred selling it. I love selling my artworks. If you don't know, I love the fact that somebody else can have my artwork. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it up. And I hope I end up selling some of it. I would love that. Oh, and some of you were also asking me if I can constantly, like, if I can tell what are the other colors that I've been using. So I do workshops and I have courses launched for that if you wanna like learn things in detail. And here, if you feel that at this part of the painting you did not understand what colors I mixed or what techniques I used, you can probably ask me here and I can try to explain whatever I can. So that it helps you. But if you want to learn in detail and if you want to learn the tips, tricks, everything in detail, then you can probably join the dedicated sessions which are there to teach art. Like but here, if you have like any questions in this particular colors, like what colors did you use for this part, I'll try to tell you like how much ever I can. Right, even doing on terrace gives me peace. Yes, exactly. I mean, I sometimes want to have a terrace and go there and paint, but yeah, I don't end up doing it. But I'm gonna do it more often this time. I also, I'm not sure if you guys have been on my broadcast channel. I had done this. I had got some roses, during the Valentine's week and some weekend also. I thought I would do like I did a whole lot of setup. I put it in a vase and then I thought I would paint it. But then I started the painting and it did not look quite good. I started doing it on an MDF board where you see the lily pads painting now. So I started off with painting the vase and the roses, but then it did not feel as good, so I had to discard it. I feel that I should have just done it on a sheet or something, but yeah, it did not work out well. I do not post a lot of my failures on Instagram, so I do have a lot of failures. I do have a lot of artworks which do not turn out as I would have preferred them, like how it should look. It did not turn out as good. I'll probably post it on my broadcast channel so that you guys are, and take it in a positive sense. Do not get demotivated. Take it in a positive sense that even I fail sometimes and then I take a step back. I do not, I mean, on days when the paintings do not turn out as good, I take a step back, I relax, watch something on Netflix, and then I get back to painting. So try to be as gentle to yourself as possible so as to not burn out. But yeah. I too, whenever like I am sitting idle, eating, or even if I'm painting, I like to listen to podcasts or I like to see other people drawing. So even if you're not painting this, you can probably paint something else and yeah, sit here while you're doing it. That would be nicer because you can also paint and spend some time painting, and that would be nice for all of us. Because I know that if you're just watching, I don't know for how long can I keep you entertained. We have very short attention spans, and if you're just watching me paint, I don't think that you would. Eventually, you lose interest, I feel. So, yeah, doing something along with me would really help you stay till the end. And if you're watching it after the live is over, then probably you're painting, and I would love to see what you've painted. Without knowing them. I do this quite often. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. Love that you do that. They might be feeling very happy about it. I genuinely like feel that I have to really, really like someone to be able to gift them one of my paintings. I don't know. I just feel like um, that has always been there, probably because make this my profession, and I always, if I wanted to make it my profession, I wanted people to buy my artworks. And initially, all my friends would buy artworks from me, and they were very kind, very supportive, would share my artworks on Instagram, would buy from me, would like always be there and support me and all of that. But yeah, I have to, like I said, really like someone to be able to gift them. So eventually I did give them little pieces, or if they would tell me that this artwork I really liked, I want to take it, then I would just say that it's okay, you can have it without paying me. So, but yeah, to get there, I really need to really like someone. And yeah, if we're at that point, if we're like really liking someone, our friends, our family, then I feel gifting artwork is like the for every artist. I feel, at least for me, if I am gifting you my artworks, it's like I am, it's me telling that I really like you, okay? So you better take it seriously. It's more than gifting like an expensive gift. It's way more than that. I mean, its value, at least for me, is way more than anything that is very expensive or anything that is more valuable. Like, it is the most valuable thing, and it is like the most valuable gift. And that, even though I've been painting so much, and even though I make so many paintings, even then it's like the most valuable thing ever. I would stack and keep all of them in my house, but if I'm giving it off, it has to be someone who has really been nice to me, or really someone who has added some value to my life. Like you might have seen, I'm not adding any details to these distant lily pads. I'm adding most of the details to the one which are closer to the point of view. And that is one thing that you should always keep in mind. You should not add a lot of details to the distant objects. It would just uh, make your painting look flat, because everything is so much detailed that I mean, the viewer will not know where to put the attention, like where to focus, or where you're trying to draw the attention. And it's usually towards the center object or on the elements which are closer. So make sure that you're adding the details at the right places and you're not overdoing it. Today is slightly colder here in Bangalore than the other days, and I feel a little better about it. I don't like the heat, I don't like summers. I would only like summers where the temperatures are not going beyond 30 degrees. So, no, not a huge fan of the summers. Even though I feel cold, okay, even at 10, I would feel like it's 0 degrees. So that is how much I I mean, cold I feel, but still I would prefer colder temperatures over the hotter ones. And you can eat a lot during the cold. So that's also one of the good parts. Whenever you're doing the paint sprinkles, you should always cover the rest of the area one and mix a generous amount of water to your paint, otherwise you won't be able to sprinkle. So that's how you get the paint sprinkles properly. And once you've sprinkled the paint, third thing, you should not put your hands over it, of course, because it's wet and everything will get smudged up. Oh, you should actually paint the distant lotus first, because now I'm keeping my hands on the ones that I've painted. I'm shit scared. Like you might end up smudging this part, so you should first work on the distant ones and then come closer and work on these elements. I'm just gonna add some highlights to it to make it look better. And before I had the highlights, I'm actually gonna let it dry so that I'm able to work on it. And in the meantime, I'll start adding some shadows of these lotus on the ground, on the, I mean, on the water. Is there a new Netflix series or new movie that you watched and you really liked? Give me suggestions, please. I am actually, I want to watch something. I want to just relax and watch something. So if you have any suggestions, do drop them over here. And if there's any other kind of video that you want me to do, also drop in suggestions of that. I should ask questions on Instagram and answer them here. I've been wanting to do that for a very long time now, but I just forget about it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it very soon. Very soon. I'll probably post it tomorrow, okay? And I'll ask people to ask me questions and I'll answer them in the live stream here. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss it. I'll just put a reminder or something so that I know, or one of you guys can remind me if I forget it. Because that would be nice. I feel a lot of people have a lot of questions, so I can actually come live and answer them instead of sitting and typing all those answers because it takes like a lot of effort and time, and so I end up not doing it at all. Instead of that, I can probably answer all the questions in the live stream and it'll be easier for me as well. Young Women in the Sea, Around the World in 80 Days. I have watched Around the World in 80 Days. I'll probably watch Young Women in the Sea. What happens is when I'm free, you have these movie suggestion reels, right? So I keep saving them, and when I sit down to watch a movie and I am looking at those reel suggestions that I've saved, I then go and search for those movies, and then I don't find it on any of the OTT platforms, and then I'm like, okay, I'll probably watch a movie some other time, and then I end up not watching it. But yeah, during this weekend, I watched Squid Games. Yeah, I did not watch it the first time when it was released. There was so much hype about it that um, I did not watch it. But yeah, I was free this weekend. Not exactly free, but I did not want to work this weekend. So I thought maybe I'd spend some time watching some series. So I did. I watched Squid Games and I kind of liked it. I don't think the hype was worth it. But yeah, it was a decent watch. It was a good watch, actually. Not a decent, a good watch, yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying that um, people went crazy about it, and I do not understand that. But I also do not understand people, so that's fine. Or maybe it was because it came during the lockdown and we had so much time in our hands that we could spare all the time watching something. So it was a good time to have an interesting watch. That makes sense. That makes actually more sense because if it was released now, I don't think people would be so much, people would be as invested, I feel. Okay, I should not put out my opinions like this. I do have opinions, but I refrain from sharing a lot of opinions because then I would create biases. A lot of people might agree with me, but there would be a significant amount of people who do not agree with me. And you tend to have, you tend to not like, I mean, not like people who have different opinions. You tend to genuinely feel attracted to people who have opinions that are similar to yours. So I try to not indulge into such conversations all the time. But yeah, spilled it now. Reload tigers, okay. Thanks. I'll just probably save it or watch the live myself and get these names and then watch it. I very loosely painted this lotus, all these lotuses, and yeah, I don't want to add crazy amount of details. What just happened? Okay, don't want to add like a crazy amount of details to my lotus, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. Very carefully, I'm gonna add some dark details here and there. Be very careful, like I have learned it the hard way, but be very careful when you're adding like the darker details to your flower paintings, because if you overdo it, your flowers will look dark and it would look like it has rotten or something, so be careful about it. And yeah, I'm liking how this sketchbook is turning out. It has pages filled and that makes me quite happy. And this has also not turned out too bad. I think I like it for now at least. Very critical about my work. Shouldn't be. I should like my work at least. But I guess, yeah, I guess I like this one. I like the details have saved the painting. I don't think when I started off, I did not like it, but that's about all the paintings. I do not like the paintings when I start off, but I'm also very hopeful because I've done so many paintings that I know that eventually I'll save it. I mean, save the painting, I'll do something about it and make it look good. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm not gonna overdo it now. Just a touch of blue here. And yeah, we're done. I hope this comes off properly. I've left it for a few days now. If this happens to you, just take a blow dryer and blow dry on top of it so that it comes out just fine. And if you happen to tear it from one side, um, peel off the mask from the other side, because I tore it from this side, so I started taking off the mask from the other side and pull it at an angle very, very, very slowly. And yeah, a little tear, but we're gonna manage with that. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little painting session that we do every day. And this is what I've painted before. This is what I've painted before. And this is what I painted today. I'm really happy, satisfied. that I came here middle of the week and did this live stream. I'm also very happy that you guys came here middle of the week to join me in this live stream. Really happy, really happy about the community that we have over here, and I'm really looking forward to our future live streams. I'm definitely gonna post a Q&A sticker on my Instagram very soon, probably tomorrow or the day after, so that we have some questions that I can answer in the live stream. So make sure you check out the stories and ask all the questions that you have, personal, professional, everything that you want to know about me. I'm gonna answer them, like answer all of them. Okay. Thank you so much for joining and have a great week ahead. I'll definitely see you very soon and see ya. Bye bye. Good night.